Welcome back to the Rip Off Podcast. I'm Christian Wilcox, joined as always by Tanner Kenley. Our guest
and
today.
I'm Nessa Brannon.
I knew he was going to do that. Our guest today is
You look
not.
just like her.
I could be.
Is not Nessa Brennan, but instead Noah Ergle. He can finally film. He's back from Denver. How was Denver?
It was freaking awesome.
Was it cold?
It wasn't actually that cold. It was like 60 degrees. I got to wear shorts a couple days.
Sweet.
I had to wear jeans a couple days too, though.
Oh.
So. It was nice. Stylish. We didn't win our tournament, but I had fun. I got to go to In-N-Out for the first time.
How was it?
It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Y'all had
Mhm.
In-N-Out?
I've never
Yep.
been before.
Yep.
Yes, I've been once.
Yeah, it was
In-N-Out.
really good.
Love In-N-Out. They're opening up a bunch in Tennessee.
Really?
Really?
Mhm.
Why did they skip
Yeah.
Arkansas?
Just
What's up with
skip
that?
over.
Oh, because Arkansas is super lame and Tennessee's
And
awesome.
poor.
Yep. Well,
I mean-
honestly, that would make it a better demographic for In-N-Out because they're cheap, you know?
In-N-Out
Are
is
they?
cheap?
It was like $7 for my burger.
Really?
Or maybe it was
one
like
burger?
$5.75.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There was a 7 in there somewhere.
Maybe if you got like a double or a triple or something.
I got whatever the number one was. I think it's a double.
Okay. It was fire. Was it fire though?
It was really good.
Okay.
The fries are not good.
But anyways, episode 5 of the podcast covering episode 4 of the ripoff. We explained why last episode, and I'm sure you totally remember. But you were here for the entirety of setup for your episode and for the episode that we filmed before.
Yeah.
You showed up. You got to be our
Chick-fil-A.
studio audience member. You
Oh.
caused me to break
That was, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been there.
because
Yeah. Oh, when you were drinking the
when I was
paper?
drinking and
Yeah.
Noah's just
I was really
just
trying
full
not.
geek.
Yeah, I guess because it's not in the episode. Yeah, I was sitting behind the camera the whole time, just
Oh,
like
wait,
doing like covering my mouth and trying not to. I had to like
Yeah.
cover my eyes at one point
Noah,
so that y'all wouldn't look at me.
what's behind us right now?
Oh, yeah.
What's behind us? Thomas's episode.
I'm not doing all that, bro.
Thomas's podcast episode.
Nope.
Thomas's podcast.
No, it's not.
episode.
Pick something else.
Um,
Pick a still image.
still,
no,
still
just
image.
A still image
let
of his
me think
episode.
about it then.
I could put Tom's in there. It's chill.
Let me
I just
think.
coughed in
Let's
the mic, I'm
do.
sorry.
Let's do. The
10,000?
esports HQ. Can we do that?
Do you have a
Ooh.
pic?
Yeah,
I can. Can
it's
I
on
find it
Google.
on Google?
It's on Google.
The esports HQ.
These were, I'd feel comfortable there.
It's
I've
a
never
safe
been
space.
in there.
You should visit
You
sometime.
can give me a tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Co-director.
We should actually do that.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a new
And
development.
we can
in the
install
esports trilogy.
we can install like a free deodorant booth.
No, that we don't. I mean, we keep it pretty deodorized in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the Smash players.
It only
come to
smells
practice.
sometimes. It only smells when like people cook stuff.
There's a
Y'all have,
kitchen
like,
in
full
there?
kitchen there.
Yeah, because it used to be like a housing office,
Oh,
and I don't know why there would be a kitchen in a housing office, but yeah. So
Cook
That's
it up,
pretty
cook it
cool.
up.
yeah,
that's pretty cool. We avoided most technical difficulties this episode. The one thing is that this made us realize that nobody can wear chains during
Yes.
episodes.
yeah. Because didn't we all have one?
I think I had
Both
one
of y'all
and
had
you
I
both
had
of y'all
one,
had
yeah,
them on.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And so sometimes when you would turn, it would make like a little like
we
kinda, it
clinked
didn't make
up.
that sound. It's
It made
hard to
like
do, yeah, little crunch.
Put metal in
The
there.
big crunch.
In the
Ooh,
post.
guess who forgot to put a timer on, a stopwatch
There's
on?
one right there.
But I think we started that when that said like
That was
3
like
or
3
4.
minutes, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. It'll be chill. But the cold open was I like our cold open for this one.
Yes.
It's because it starts with us just posing already. We don't have to like get into position.
Yeah,
so I think
right.
that's just a funny like difference to do where we're hitting that. I'm like that. I'm like
Yeah, y'all look good.
And,
And
my hands
Tanner's
are
kind of like a small
kinda
child
doing- he was
looking
like
up at the sky.
somewhat
with-
doing the
still with hope
the
in his
Step
eyes.
Brothers kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
like those
yeah.
old like
Mhm.
70s or 80s. I don't even know what decade.
Yeah.
The like awkward mall pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was Noah making, I guess we could like just a portrait of us.
Yeah.
And I think one of
We could say
our
caricature.
ideas, one of my ideas was to have, when you turn it back, to just be like a stick figure or something.
Mhm.
Like you spent
Yeah.
all that time and it was just nothing. But instead, hang on. But instead, it was this beautiful piece here that's definitely showing up properly on camera, which is pretty good,
Do I have
honestly.
anything to
It's
say?
not bad.
Amazing.
Yeah. I like how he did my chain.
Oh yeah, and he
Oh,
has.
and,
Why'd you
and-
put? Did you put a watch on me?
You were wearing a watch.
There's no way I was
Look,
wearing a
you
watch.
had a you had a
Yeah,
I
the
had a
fanny
fanny
pack on
pack.
too.
the fanny pack
Yeah,
too,
there
because
was
that's where you had the fries.
Mhm, and we'll get to that. I definitely did not have a watch. I've never worn a watch ever.
I would not have just added a unnecessary watch.
All right, the facts are gonna.
It's actually symbolism for how you control time.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's a true artist.
He forgot.
That's incredible.
He forgot.
I don't have an. I swear I don't have a
I
watch.
swear. Let's roll the clip.
We're settling
Roll the
this
clip.
right now.
Roll the
Actually,
clip right.
mid pod.
Can we roll the clip?
Hang on. We're checking this. I have to switch accounts.
I don't think.
I'm not wearing a watch. I don't wear watches.
I don't think you would do it for no
You had to have
reason.
been wearing a watch. I would not have added.
Checkmate, brah.
Oh.
Okay, then why is there a watch?
I put that watch
You're
there.
the one that.
I really
put
don't
it.
know who put that there. Wait, let me see that again.
Who put that watch there?
Who did draw
This
that?
was
Let me see.
added in.
What's the brand
It's
of that?
signed as you. It has your
What's the
initials
brand of
on
that
it.
watch?
You made that.
It looks like a Lollipop original.
What?
Look, they see the spiral pattern.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
a Lollipop original for sure.
I mean, I think this holds up
Yeah.
to now.
Look.
No, it doesn't. There's still
it
no
does.
watch on.
Okay,
I still don't.
okay, but there could be a watch.
I'm liking the fact that because I had a buzz cut then ish.
We were talking about Thomas and I were
Wow.
looking at it of how crazy it was. It might have been something to do with the color grading, but of the top of your head of your hair is so
Was-
much darker
Of
than the
his
side.
head?
Yes, it's
And nearly see through
It's
as well.
so funny.
Yeah.
It's
Because
really
you just
funny.
had no hair.
I just didn't have hair.
My
Mhm.
hair looks great right now.
It does look good.
Yeah, look at those luscious locks.
No,
I'm
it's-
jealous of
it's
it.
bad. I took a
No,
nap. I took a
it's-
nap
Bro,
today. It looked good
this
earlier.
guy.
and then I took a
This
nap.
guy, he's
This
fishing.
dude,
He's
I hate
fishing.
this guy. I'm
No,
just
it
so ugly.
Dude, I've had the struggle. So okay, so this is a story.
Oh Lord.
I left my shampoo in Denver.
Oh,
So-
your full bottle?
The whole thing. It was
Oh,
like one of those
no.
big ones.
Oh no.
And so we came back Monday
Uh-huh.
of last week, and so I got shampoo yesterday, so I didn't have shampoo like a whole
You've
week.
you've had bad.
My hair was bad. I would have had every day.
Wow.
Had to.
Yeah.
I was
I-
rinsing it still.
That's what I've been. I just
But-
reckon I have not had my hair out in a podcast episode since Thomas's episode.
Hair
No.
reveal, Tanner hair.
I
reveal?
can't do it right now because I can take my hair.
And it's
off,
probably
but
been the
it's
same
just-
hat every time.
It has been.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, my hair is just it's
I wish I
super
just
flat right now.
I just don't look
because-
good in hats, so when it's windy, it's just over.
Yeah. Well,
When it's slightly windy, it's over.
I cannot wear a forwards hat for
Oh, you
anything.
always have to
it
go
has to be
backwards?
backwards because
Mm.
forward
That's low-key Steez, though.
Mhm.
it doesn't. Yeah, but I feel very frat.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Which-
yeah.
If you know me, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I could be probably maybe.
You should join.
Well,
No.
we were
No.
just talking about before we went on the air about
We're on air.
Yeah, we're live.
this guy.
on sunshine.
This guy.
Wow.
Anyways, our
Was
cold
that- was that
open.
pitchy there?
Our cold open again.
You like a couple semitones.
Our cold open again. A misunderstanding between me and Tanner. Not a rip-off pun. Not a pun.
Right.
Not a play on words of ripping
Misunderstanding.
things.
Wait, what?
Tanner always thought that like certain.
I came up with both of those in the vein of that it was you were ripping something off. That
Okay.
it was a rip off.
as like a pun.
I wrote yours.
Did I rip
as-
it off?
You ripped the
Well,
page
you ripped
out.
the-
Oh, yeah.
And I wrote
'cause
it.
it's a
I wrote it
different
as
one.
I wrote it as you rip the page out, and then it goes to the rip off. And I also came up with the idea for Nessa's Band-Aid rip off strictly because of rip off. And Christian was not aware that I did it because we
No.
talked about
You
it.
didn't
during Nessa's
realize?
episode.
No, because I
'Cause
don't
he
like
hates it.
rip-off puns, and
Maybe
it's
because
also
it was original
of.
content. He didn't.
Well, it's also just because the word,
Genius.
like the word "rip-off," doesn't refer to tearing a piece of paper.
But it
can,
could. That's
and
'cause
that
it's
was the
literal
cool
meaning.
thing and the double meaning behind it.
English majors, bro, they always trying to be something, bro.
And just like
Dude, we're
little
all
symbols.
creative.
We are
majors.
creative majors.
We are, and we talk about that a little later on. But first, I ask
Sorry.
you what Ninja Turtle you are,
Yes.
because of like an art major.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude,
you like a
this is one of my favorites when
Leonardo,
I watched this back.
Michelangelo, and you hit me with a DiCaprio,
Yes.
which
yeah.
was a good answer.
Yeah, and then that's when we brought up the Revenant.
Mhm.
That wasn't. I didn't know about that question either. I don't think.
No,
I think that was live.
So Noah's episode we talked about this, but he
yeah.
was the first time that we'd talked to our guest about the questions beforehand.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it was because you requested it, but it was a great idea, and it has carried on since that we will talk about a lot of the questions that we'll have with people
I didn't
before
want
we
to be
film.
blindsided.
No, and it's completely valid, and that was one of the reasons that Thomas has struggled was because he was so upset with our questions, and if we talked to him about it, he probably would have been more okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say that, and then I've also realized that I don't think for the new season that we really prepped a ton.
we talked about some questions.
We talked about a few things, but it was never. But beforehand with the second half of the first season, it was we would send them like half of the list.
Right.
Like a majority of the questions. This time we would kind of just say things. I know with Mason's, we didn't tell them anything.
Yeah, Mason's was, yeah, we didn't prep them with Mason's at all.
Which, when this podcast comes out, Mason's episode will come out 2 days after that.
There you go. Get excited.
I love
be
podcasts.
ready for that. What?
You love what?
Podcasts?
Yeah.
I love podcasts. They heard me.
I've really enjoyed
But this
doing
is when we talk about the fact that we all went from marketing majors to broke majors.
Broke?
Yeah.
Yeah, no money.
Who's
you think
broke?
you're making money on this, bro?
Dude, graphic design has money. And
Graphic design
involved.
Graphic design
Look,
has more
where
promise.
did that?
Where's that art? Where's that art? Show that to the camera.
You think
He's making it.
It's signed,
You'd
so
have
one
to-
day that'll be worth like $70.
you'd have to pay somebody to take that?
Or wait, what was the
$16.17. What an
17
oh yeah,
cents.
that's another thing. Noah's
Whose episode
Noah's
was that?
an
Was that
No,
OG.
that was in Austin's.
That was
Mhm.
awesome.
So you were in the crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there for that.
yeah. Noah is low-key an OG day one supporter who would always comment
Yeah,
on stuff.
dude.
He's
There'll
great.
probably be a comment below this one.
Yeah.
Yep, probably.
We'll
What
see.
are you already pre-gaming the comment?
I know I'll make one.
Mm.
I'll hear it. This is be a note to my future self.
Make.
Remember the Alamo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
we all have done. I've been to the Alamo.
I probably have.
I read the book
don't-
about it.
You
the
don't
Boxcar
remember?
Children.
Oh,
He doesn't remember the Alamo.
Put the Alamo
No.
on screen.
Put the Alamo on screen.
put the entire tragedy and disaster of the Alamo on
like
screen.
Wikipedia.
Put Davy Crockett bleeding out on the ground on the screen.
Is that? I don't know the lore.
Davy Crockett was at the Alamo. And so was
I thought he was
someone
like that-
else important.
Is
Mark
does he have a
Wahlberg.
baking brand? Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
If,
And Billy
if he
Bob
was there
Thornton.
sooner, he could have stopped it, just
Billy
like
Bob
9/11.
Thornton was there. I went to San Antonio for my spring break, my 8th grade year of school.
It's my
He
spring
doesn't
break
remember.
My 8th grade year of college.
Oh,
And-
what?
I had to think about that.
My 8th grade year, I went for spring break to San Antonio, and I've never gone back, but I really did enjoy it. It was very cool. Alamo was cool.
What are you doing?
I went to
I'm
a
chilling.
I went to a Rough Riders museum, like a museum that was just like all cowboy stuff, and they had the car that Bonnie and Clyde were shot up in. It was really cool.
Whoa.
There's like bullet holes all over that mug. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Hello. All right.
What of it?
And what of it? Shadow of the Colossus.
But
List every inside joke we have.
Every bit we have, we just list it. We don't even don't set up the context.
it would take up like 2 podcast episodes to do
No,
that.
I would probably. It
Oh,
might
yeah.
be longer.
It'd take up the rest of the
Big
show.
King Kong.
Sorry, Christian. All right,
Dang
what do
it.
we got? What do we got?
Where were we?
Well, that we
DiCaprio.
say, no, we had just said that.
I know. That's why I just saw it
Oh,
again.
okay.
That's where we were.
Well,
at.
because we talk about marketing major to broke major, I say, what's your backup plan? And Tanner goes, I'm going to work construction and just
and
haul
it didn't
rhubarb
even
all
work
day.
because we didn't bring the construction
Yeah,
vest.
we forgot to bring it.
I was supposed to be wearing a construction vest, and that would have been funnier.
Because that stems from
More fun.
a thing where we went to an honors event and you just wore a construction vest to it and you were just telling everyone that you've been hauling rhubarb.
yeah, I told
Like rebar.
yeah like rhubarb, but
But he
I
just
said
kept saying
rhubarb.
rhubarb.
I was like, oh, I've been hauling rhubarb all
Hauling
day.
rhubarb.
But
That's
Yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
we forgot the
I think
whole-
it still was funny
It's
because it was
fine.
just like, why did you say that?
Well, I do the stupid thing of like I stand up and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
And
I
then
feel
you
like y'all
say
are
that
more refreshed on this episode than I am right
I know.
now. I haven't
Well,
seen it in a while.
you say that your backup plan was to be a Twitch streamer.
Mm.
oh
Yeah. Who said that again?
delete that.
Delete.
that.
Can we
Can
say
we
But we
delete that
quickly transition to the fact that you are an art major, and then you correct me like graphic design, and I go,
design? It's different.
yeah, graphic design's a politically correct term. It makes you sound like less of a loser. That was a thing of writing this episode of, I think I wanted to be a bit meaner than we ended up being, specifically not for the art, but for the
For
esports.
the esports, we really wanted
Like-
to dig into it, and we decided not to. But I talked to you about that. and
No,
you were like,
Noah
"Nah."
shot it down.
I was. No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
I was.
Yes,
No,
you did.
No, he didn't. He goes.
didn't.
He goes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because the
I
original
was in that.
No, because we'll skip to it since we're on topic. The question that I asked him was like, when you tell people you do esports, just preface that you're one of the good ones. The original thing that I had written that you said that Noah said we couldn't do was it was supposed to be like, do you have to tell them you're not a loser?
Oh. It was.
I don't know if it was that specifically.
It was something
similar.
along those
I think it was
lines.
also worse than that. Like,
It was
I
something
think it
similar, and I just think that it would.
It might have been like, do you have to ensure them that you take a shower?
Yeah, it was something closer to
yeah,
that.
that would just be like a negative light on the esports program.
And so,
I'm looking out for you guys.
yeah.
Anyway, it's just gonna be me watching from the esports.
Right.
It's
you to
I'm looking-
yourself.
I'm
You're
looking
sitting
out.
in your room and you watch yourself say that and you go, thanks.
Yeah, it's like it plays this clip of I'm looking out for you guys. It cuts to Noah in a giant empty room, standing like up, watching this giant screen. He's just like, thanks.
Wow,
Yeah.
he really is looking out for me.
You're like your own god.
What?
I don't know. He really is looking out for me. I don't know.
But we
Cut all
talk
this,
about
cut all
your
this,
very
cut it.
long studio art classes,
3 hours.
Yeah,
Right.
dude, I have more.
which you
I have
still are in
6 hours a day, in a row, 8 to 2 p.m. every day.
8 to 2.
every day.
Well, my name was there.
Oh, okay. Always find something to
2
complain
of the
about.
5 days.
Okay, no, but the other two are like 8 to 9:15, and then 12:30 to 2. So it's like I can't do anything in between that time.
Right.
I just switched mic hands. Can we all do that?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Switch.
I'm very uncomfortable now because I'm not right-handed.
Do you want to switch again?
No, I'm gonna stick
sure?
it out.
Okay.
We got
Okay.
this.
What a trooper!
Yep.
I love the dedication that he brings to the ripoff. Again, an
Ambidextrousness.
OG
OG lover.
day one.
Lover.
Not of me.
Fan, maybe, of the ripoff.
Dick Rider.
Okay. Oh,
Can we leave that in?
He'll
That would
bleep
be
it.
awesome.
He'll bleep it.
Maybe I don't know.
You'll bleep it.
Just the cut.
Hog Rider. Hog Rider.
Is that
Dude,
good?
this weekend, this has nothing to do
Why
with.
did you-
This has nothing.
This weekend?
This weekend. This has nothing to do
It's
with.
just in.
This has nothing to do with anything. But Alex's dad at the bowling tournament was just playing Clash of Clans on his
That's
phone
awesome.
in the hotel room.
Boring
and
tournament.
Jessica
Oh.
sent us a video of it.
Oh,
and she
that
was like,
was-
he's playing Clash
I
of
low
Clans.
key thought because
Alex is a girl on the bowling team.
Alex
You don't
sent a
know.
video.
I know Alex.
Oh, you did?
Alex sent a video in those days. I thought it
She
was
has
Jeff.
big eyes.
She does have big
I
eyes.
thought it was Jeff that was
Scary.
there.
No.
Was it?
Oh,
Okay.
no, but that was
Yeah.
Alex's
Was
dad.
this in my episode?
Shout out to Jeff
Oh,
Schnurr.
do
We
it
should
again,
talk
do it
about
again, do it
that.
again, do it
What'd you
again.
just do?
This.
Whoa.
Here, I'll-
No. What? How do we not? What?
I'll do it on
Why
YouTube.
would we not put that in?
This should have been in.
We
I
should
don't
have done
know.
a
I
thing
don't
where,
want
like,
to do
we
my
should have
arms
done
any
a thing
higher
where,
'cause I
like,
think I'm sweating.
We should have done a thing. Let me check. Oh hell!
Is it there?
Dude.
Oh my gosh, I can see it on the camera.
Someone get the blow
Let's cut that.
Good
Cut that, cut that,
God.
cut that.
Please.
No.
Please, I need that to be cut.
Hey, maybe it'll green screen away. Green screen the armpits.
I
thing?
hope that.
Yeah, we should
It's
have
just
done.
like a face.
If I knew that you could, if I knew that you could have done that, we would have had a bit where like one of us like broke your arm.
We've have been known. That's been a thing.
I knew that. I knew
Yeah.
that.
What?
So that's your
Yeah.
co-writer.
So
Yeah.
Tanner just didn't want to bring that up in the writers' room.
That's my bad.
You really been in the bed in the writers' room recently.
Aren't we in the writers' room right now?
Kind of.
Sometimes.
Yeah. We do it in Christian's room a lot. That's where I like doing it. I
Can
feel
we go there?
No.
Put it on screen.
Put it on screen.
No,
Put Christian's room on screen.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Put at least Christian's bed on screen.
No, I haven't washed the sheets.
Put a picture
They're
of
so
Christian
dirty and they have all my dandruff on
smiling
them.
on screen. No room.
Yeah,
no,
do
I don't
that.
like my smile. I'm just so ugly.
I've seen your Instagram. I give great cuddles.
Top 3 reasons why I'd be a bad boyfriend. That was Tanner in the writer's room the other day. He was low key.
Yeah,
We were
was
trying to write,
saying-
and I just hear him go, "I'm so ugly."
I'm so not funny.
I was like, "Come on, bro,
Yeah. I'm your ketchup.
It's a learned skill.
stop." Shout out to Smooth Poppy on Instagram. I'll
I'm
put a
your
picture
mustard.
of him right now. He's the goat. He's so awesome.
I'm your pigeon.
POV.
I'm your pigeon.
There was one that he
I don't
made.
know this
He's not getting
Do,
this
do you remember
reference.
the guy who was like, What a manipulative, conniving dictator! What is wrong with him?
Have you not seen
Bro.
that?
No.
We gotta show you that
have stuff to
afterwards.
show you after this.
Oh,
Put it on screen.
man.
I'll watch.
He's watching for our audio listeners. Oh,
All right. That was really funny.
That was funny.
I liked that. Anyways,
We can't put a clip of his videos on the podcast because they're minutes long. They're so
Oh,
long.
really?
well, he's transitioned to where now it's just like it'll be like POV. I'm the E. coli in your ground beef.
Yeah,
And
then
they're
he
just
like talks.
Hey, oh hey, love, what's up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm your
awful.
E. coli. Yeah, and it goes on for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it goes on for
It's
so long.
uncomfortable.
It's awful.
He's awesome though. I love him. But when we talk about esports, I lost.
transition is crazy.
transition
was
Dude, call that to esports.
Dude, I forgot where we were. I
E.
forgot what I
coli,
was doing.
esports.
E. coli? Wait a minute. Esports. We say that we're better than everyone because I ask you what it's like.
Who's we?
What?
Sir, you two are better than everyone?
I think.
Well,
was it-
you start it. You're like it's so much harder just being better than everyone at all these games.
That's
And I
what
talk
said.
about
I need to
Yeah.
watch the episode.
and
Yeah,
I
I
talk
know.
about how I'm like, yeah, we can all relate to that, and so because we're just it's not narcissism when we're right.
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 And Tanner goes, yeah, kind of like how I'm better than most people at jumping and breathing.
Breathing, yeah.
And I put like a certificate on screen that
I
says that he's
remember. I had to
better than
pause
that.
and read that.
And we talk about that for a little bit because Noah says he's like, oh, you're like a turtle, and it was this whole thing. It was like,
Oh
jumping
do
turtle.
turtles jump?
Turtles
The
can
jumping
jump.
turtle.
And you go, no, they have little stumpies, and they go doo doo doo
Doo,
doo
doo,
doo
doo.
doo.
They charge.
They do.
They
My soldiers.
But you're like,
rage.
no, like the jumping turtle, and I just put up a picture. I look up the jumping turtle on Google, and the first result that I find, which is from some like mobile game that's probably discontinued, where it's like a turtle with wings on it. And then we
Well,
start
that would be
talking
a flying
about
turtle.
Which is not jumping.
that's what we. Yeah, it's the flying turtle. It
Jumping
literally-
turtle
There's a difference.
of
The picture might have said flying.
southern
turtle.
Guatemala.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Put a picture on screen.
Put a picture on.
Put a picture on screen of the jumping turtle of.
Southern Guatemala.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Please don't do that.
Guatemala. Guatemala.
Hey,
Guadalajara.
Guatemala.
Hola.
Alejandro.
Michael. Dude. I've had this
Michael?
bit of there's this guy named John Michael Carter.
Who is he?
He could be anyone.
Oh.
He could be anyone.
He's
And it's just like
anyone.
they're like, yeah, who was the one that left this food here? That was Michael
That was Michael.
or John or Carter or
Carter.
all of
Or John Michael Carter.
right? Or Michael Carter or John Michael,
Yeah,
John Carter.
I like that.
Yep.
Loki Abardo.
No. No, 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 no,
Loki-
no.
Do you know Loki Abardo?
Yes.
I love Loki Abardo.
I low-key don't know if I rock with Loki
Abardo.
Abardo.
Loki Abardo the goat though.
Anywho, any Abardo now. Was that a better transition?
Bed hot Philly
Abardo.
paper, red hot chili peppers.
What?
But we
There's a- yeah.
we're like, oh no, they're like Koopas, and I go Koopas don't jump, they spin. I put a little like nerd thing on the screen, but who says it? One of y'all,
John Michael Carter.
John Michael Carter says that Bowser is bipedal, and
I say that,
yeah,
and you go
and Noah is like, can we say that? And
Can
you're
we
like,
say that?
I don't know.
thought-
Oh,
liked
that was
peach.
one of my.
Yeah, I thought I know he likes peach.
Which is a double entendre.
Right.
Double
yes.
entendre, double entendre. That's another bit.
That's a catch-22.
And also the other thing about that was that I didn't get it. I didn't get what you were saying,
It
and
was
then
such
once
a
I get it,
delayed
I go,
reaction.
oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, the bipedal Bowser. That was good.
Then we
Bipedal
fully
Bowser.
move to talking about esports, and I ask you, I'm like, what's your tag? And you just like deadpan, no emotion, go, balloon,
That's what it is.
balloon.
Dude, I don't know if I'll send you this picture later. So while we were at the event in Denver, our like team manager took this crazy picture of me when I was coaching, and I look awesome. I look
Really?
so good. Look, this is what I look like.
Okay. Well, I was looking at the A8 Esports Instagram earlier, and it's a picture of you with your arms crossed in sunglasses.
That's from Media Day for the Rocket League roster. And
Oh.
I was not on the team when that picture was posted, so I don't know why
Dang.
they used me for the Rocket League roster. But
They
now I'm
gotta
on the
use you
team.
for clout.
So are you
'Cause
not doing Valorant anymore? You're only doing Rocket
No.
League? Thankfully.
No. I'm doing Rocket League because it's easier and I'm better at it.
Right.
And the Valorant, there was 10 people on the Valorant teams, like A team, B team, and out of those 10, one returned,
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
which is crazy because we went undefeated.
Yeah.
One
Wow.
team did. The other
They
team went like 3 and
peaked.
4. Yeah. So I think, I think part of it is that 3 of us went to Rainbow.
Oh.
A lot of Rainbow interest. That's something I've noticed after being part of the esports program for the past 2 years now, is that people like the interest in games kind of varies. Like last fall, the interest for fall. The interest was like 18 people tried out for Valorant, and this semester there's like 3.
Wow.
But there's 18 people tried out for Rainbow this semester. So it's kind of like everything fluctuates.
Like waves. Waves of games. Game
Dude.
waves.
What? What? No. 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 You do not get to lose your mind and go over
What?
that.
No, that was
Absolutely
so
not.
funny. That
I
just
refute-
what
no.
the hell?
You saw the backside of my head. You didn't see Tanner's POV.
That was funny.
I don't even know. I was
You
I'll have
just
to look
didn't-
back.
You just didn't respond. That was just ridiculous.
I was gonna do the games, unlimited games, no games
Oh,
question.
no.
And I was trying to figure out how to if he knew
Because
it.
Christian, what I
So-
saw was his lips quivering on like trying to figure out what to say.
Dude.
He was like,
Okay, it's a little valid. That's
Do you know that question?
yes.
That's not my bit. I wish that was my bit because that is a great
Yeah.
question. Shout out whoever came up with that.
Jay Schlatt.
Yeah,
Is it
Schlatt.
him?
goat.
Dude, their
Mhm.
podcast dissolved.
Yeah, Chocolate Sandwich is
Absolved.
over.
I don't know why. I don't know
think
the lore behind
Schlatt
it.
he just didn't want to do it anymore.
Well,
Valid.
Ted was on Smosh recently. I'm a big Smosh fan.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he
saw,
asked the question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
saw the one where he was with Amanda and Shane.
Yes, that's the podcast.
And
that
Amanda
they're-
made him like, oh man, I wish I could. I'm not gonna remember what it is, and it's gonna cause a boring bit for the podcast, so I'm not even gonna bring it up. That's the end of that. Goodbye.
Dude.
I hate
This
when that
guy.
happens. I hate when that happens. I have.
We
it
talk
on the tip of my
about the jersey reveal video for esports.
Fire.
Yes. Yeah, very
It
cool.
was high key fire. Another thing of
Except that
we were
people made fun of
supposed
how
to-
you run.
Yeah. That was sad.
we
don't
were
do,
I
don't
think
make
we
fun
were
of my friend.
we were supposed
My
to
cousin.
probably make a joke about that. I also wanted to make a joke about the jersey, and you didn't let me. That was that's
Didn't-
getting
I
back to
didn't
we're supposed
design
to be
it.
meaner.
If I designed it, I would have let you make a joke
Yeah.
about it, but I didn't do
Which
it.
is
So
very valid.
What a pussy.
so- It'll be next semester. I'm designing them.
Really?
I'll be director.
Okay, then it'll definitely hopefully
Next
look better.
semester.
Is
See
it
you
the-
all in
Because
a year.
this was the reason behind it. And this is no hate. It's just a personal disagreement. I
Yeah.
don't like the jerseys. I just don't like the
What
new
do you not like
ones.
about them?
I don't like the half and half.
Really?
I get the thing
Right.
of like putting the logo all over,
I
and I
think-
do think the black and white can look clean. The half and half is not what it
Okay.
should have. I think an all over would have been better.
So you're speaking with a graphic designer about this.
Uh-huh.
So I don't want to get too into detail. However, if you put them all over, it would be way too busy.
Right.
That's what.
Yes,
see, that's what I
agreed.
was of like. You might just should have not done it at all.
But I think the half and half looks good.
It's not
However-
terrible. It's not a terrible jersey, but
There are
For
definitely
compared to the
much
past
worse.
ones,
They're
which
definitely-
you
I
can
think
find
the-
on Google, here they are.
I think the older one looks better.
The older ones are not better.
I think the
Trust
older
me,
one looks
I have
better.
I have the black one and the most recent red and black one, and the black one's way better.
I have no opinion.
The first one, the second red one is the worst all time. I don't know who made that. Sorry, but the first one was good, and the most recent one was good. But yeah, I'll design them next semester.
Okay.
I have thoughts in my brain about how I want to make those.
Nice.
And I've heard
Nice.
suggestions
Any-
from my
any-
community.
Any sneak peeks?
No, 'cause
Insider
I haven't
scoops
really
you can
thought
give
about
us?
it yet.
Oh.
Somebody suggested digital camo, which I thought would be cool.
What does that mean?
digital camo is just
Digital
a type
camo, like
of
it's like
camo.
the square camo.
Oh,
For, like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about that.
We're thinking about it. But
He's
we'll
thinking about it.
we'll consider it.
Just maybe.
What else?
The fanny pack is I finally. So I had this fanny pack on during the whole episode. Shout out to
And
Renee.
to watch.
Shout out to Renee. No, I don't. Shout out to Renee for giving me that fanny pack.
Shout
this
out
was
Renee.
a joke that
Put Renee
we
on
came
the
up.
Here she is.
Shout out to Renee. Here she is. We came up with this joke over the summer. I think with. Were you there? Because it might have been me, Austin, and Joe out at lunch.
I don't think
And
it
Michael.
I think it was me, Austin, and Joe went out for lunch over the
was me.
summer,
John Michael.
and
On Michael.
and we came up with this bit of like, what if I just randomly, what if I had a fanny pack on, and I just mid conversation started pulling out snacks from them,
Right.
started pulling out fries from them,
Right.
and that was the whole idea is just
I
and to
feel-
not acknowledge it.
I
Which is
actually,
just
I think
silly.
we talked about that at Lemonade Grill.
Yeah, it was at Lemonade
Well,
House.
then it was me.
Okay,
it was
so
when
you
I
were
came
there.
this summer, and you and Austin and I went to.
So Joe was probably also there, I think.
I
There might have been. I think there was, because I know
just us three at Lemonade Grill.
I do know that me and Joe and somebody else went out to. Anyways,
Doesn't matter.
Well, you did mention the fanny pack. Like you were like, I'm trying something this episode.
yeah,
trying
because you had
something
asked
before
about
the
it.
ep- 'cause I was like,
just
why
gonna
is
be
he-
like,
why
I'm
are
trying
you wearing
something.
that?
Yeah, it was something that Noah wasn't aware of. It was also something that was supposed to. I was just supposed to unzip it mid sentence and pull it out. Tanner just goes, "Are you hungry?"
I've
Good
done-
segue.
I
Good
do-
segue
I
there.
do it a lot.
He is
I've
get
done it
he
twice.
gave away
3
like when
times.
I was before the blender bit. He just went, well, "Are you thirsty?" He's giving
Okay, then
away our
consistency,
bits.
then consistency.
No, it's
Consistency
complete
is
opposite.
key.
Consistency.
It's still a 0. Okay, it's a
Bad
consistent
consistency
failure.
is still consistency.
true.
No, because bad consistency is inconsistency.
Put the number line
This
on
is
screen. That's consistency.
What?
0,
Just the
1, 2,
general
3,
number
4,
line. Okay.
7.
That's
8.
a little bit farther down the line.
Well, I skipped a few
Yeah, right. 1, 2, skip.
for
a few.
time's sake.
Right. Yeah, right.
We continue the theme of roommates / suitemates in this episode
Also,
because of the two of y'all.
I don't have a roommate.
No, not anymore.
No, but we. Oh my gosh, this guy. No, I'm talking about the two of you, the
Me
two
and you.
people on this
Tua.
couch right now.
Talk to us. What? Noah and I were sweetmates and cousins. Sweetmates before we
Can't
were
you
cousins.
tell they're
Sweetmates,
both
then
equally
cousins.
autistic?
In that
Cousins.
order.
Yep. Speaking of us being cousins, I didn't get to tell you about this, but I went home not last weekend, but the weekend before to Little Rock
Yes.
for the pro bull riding
Yes.
event,
I saw a picture.
and
I don't know
I
where.
went to Benihana's with
Dude, my
family.
mom told me that.
I was walking out, and they walked.
Crazy.
Noah's mom and Noah's sister and dad and Noah's sister's friends, I guess.
It was her
walked-
birthday.
Yes. Was that? What was that?
Thomas just
Can't
opened
be
up his door
real.
and played a really loud fart sound effect. And it was really funny.
That was funny.
Put
But
Thomas on screen.
yes, put Thomas farting on screen.
Oh, Lord.
But I walked past them, and it was funny because like it was raining, and my hat was on, and my head was down, and I looked up, and your mom walked past me, and I went like this. I was like, and then I like turned,
Wait.
and then I turned because I was like, is that? No. Well, yeah, it is. And then I turned
You're
around.
like,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, and I turned around and I went. And then they turned around.
Doxing
and-
my family.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And then I was like, and then she turned around.
Cut those
If
out.
you want me to.
I really
just because
awkwardly-
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I really awkwardly like walked up and pulled my hat up, and I was like, "It's me, Tanner."
Hey,
Hey.
you like take off your skin.
I was like, "Yeah." I was. Yeah.
That's funny.
I ripped my shirt off and I was like, "It's me, Tanner." No, but she was like, "Hey," and then that was it. But I was just like, "How funny and random and awkward."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, when we talk about the fact that you're cousins, y'all are like, yeah, we're kind of cousins. We could have a baby, and it would be incest, and that was
And
it would be
never
mostly
anything
all right.
we came
I
up
think
with.
that's
That
what
was
we
just
said.
out of the blue, and it freaked me out.
I think we talked
low-key.
about that.
You and I had a conversation.
We had
about
that planned.
before.
Somewhat.
for the most part.
My hair looks awesome.
Wow,
I,
I hate you.
it's in my way. What's your issue? Wolf cut.
Damn.
Should I go full
looks
wolf
good.
cut?
It looks good. I think
I
you
go
should.
full- I'm gonna get a haircut this weekend over spring break.
You should go for the office siren look.
What does that mean?
You should go for the siren head look.
What does that mean?
Put a picture of Siren Head on screen.
Okay.
Oh, siren head is
I'm
scary
making
all
you do
game,
a
bro.
lot of editing.
I know this guy.
I can help.
This guy.
I have CapCut.
He is
Ew.
Christian, we probably can't put out what you.
No,
yeah, never mind.
I have opinions about CapCut users. That's all.
Yeah.
It was just for my TikToks
Yeah.
in high school.
In reality, CapCut is enough. It's simple enough. It's user friendly.
Yeah.
But
And that leads us to our
Still.
sponsor of this video.
hey, if they
Hello,
pay me,
my name
if
is
they,
CapCut.
hey, if they pay me,
Captain Cut.
my opinions of CapCut will be real good.
Captain John Michael Cutler,
I hate that. I hate
aka
that so
Cap
much.
Cut.
My favorite part of your episode is when I am like after in the extended episode coming back from a full minute of silence of eating a fry,
Yes, yeah.
which I thought was so funny, and Tanner was like,
It's
he
fine.
hated
I
it.
haven't seen
funny.
the not extended cut. I only watched the
Mm.
extended cut version.
Yeah.
What a real one.
Which is valid.
What a real one.
You should.
But I come back from it and I have a full. I go far. I'm like, "Whoa," and you just go. You say "but" after every sentence, which is true. I do it right now.
But
But,
I do it right now, and I go, "Yeah, I'm a terrible host," and we
Yeah.
all laugh.
It's a
And the
good-
thing, I never improved, and we laughed, and I never improved, as you can tell, dear viewer. We get to the last. Thomas is doing.
Whistling now.
He's make. I thought they were kind of just general animal noises.
Oh yeah, sure.
We get to the
Anyways,
closing bit where we show off our art.
You skipped the babies and
These-
the calf.
Yeah,
I was
did.
very.
We're-
The what?
yeah.
Oh, the baby in the calf.
Yep, and we're gonna skip it again.
Oh,
for
That's a
time.
good one.
Nope, we're
I
gonna skip
love
it
that
again
one.
for
I like
time.
That one's one of my favorites.
We talked about eating babies in the calf. That's all you need to know. We show off this art that we still have.
No, it's
These
kissing babies in the
are
calf.
mini,
Anything.
like these mini canvases I had left over from an ALD event.
Yes, just.
And I had. They were like,
Arkansas
we just
League
need.
of Death.
We just need someone to take like the supplies and they can go return it later. And so I just had this and I was like, this is, like,
ambivalent legal documents.
fully. This is like partially done, kind of as a joke, but also just because we made
Alternate
this.
life dimension.
We made these probably about 20 minutes before we went to the studio. I think, right, Tanner?
Mingling Lago Divas. What?
He's not even listening. This guy.
Well, we did it right before we left.
Yes.
He brought out markers and he went, "Oh, we have to make this art."
Addition,
And I went,
Yeah.
division.
"Okay." And I came up with Avatar Way of Wawa, and he came up with that,
Yeah.
which is great.
remember
Like and
that's-
subscribe.
Well, that's Alex. That's Tanner.
Tanner.
That's me, and that's you.
Yes, right.
That's what
taller
it was
than
supposed
you?
to be.
Yeah.
Well, we talk about. I was like,
Let's see. Let's
well, I
test.
didn't want to be rude to
Stand
you.
up.
Okay. Here, should we squat? Should we squat down to where we're in frame?
Well, that wouldn't work. That doesn't.
No, this is how this
we
works.
squat down an equal amount.
They're the same height.
Whoa.
They're the same. height.
As you can see on screen, we are the same
Yep,
height.
we're the same height. I'm sitting right now.
And I'm standing on all fours.
And I'm standing on my second pair of
One
legs.
thing that sucked is a little bit through this
You have four
closing.
shoes.
Yeah.
A little bit through this closing segment, Noah's mic dies, and so like you
Oh,
can
really?
just hear him in like an echo from one of our
Distant
mics.
memory of the past.
And it's the whole thing of like you
Shadow of the
review my
Colossus.
art and it sucks, so I throw it. The original thing that I wanted to do, because I was like, you think this could go up in the Smithsonian? And you were just like, no, I feel a looming presence over me. I feel,
The Holy Spirit.
He's here.
I feel the spirit of John Michael Carter.
He's entered the room.
He's still alive.
Who's to say?
Who is
Me,
to
I
say?
know. We're friends.
Right.
We Facebook.
FaceTime.
We Facebook. We are
We
Facebook.
do FaceTime.
But it was supposed to be in the Smithsonian, and I was going to put up something on screen that had this displayed in like the Smithsonian, and then you say you're like, no, maybe in the
Michael.
some other museum, and I was supposed to like do a scribble effect, and I got really lazy and I just didn't do
Didn't do
it.
it.
What
And
was
I
the other
think-
museum supposed to
I
be?
think it would
It was
have.
something that you said, and I just can't remember.
I think it would have made the episode
Oh, it would have made
much
it a lot
better.
better.
I think it would have been really fun.
Yeah,
But it
that's
was- it
actually
was-
what killed the episode.
But it was like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah.
Christian has a heavy issue with
low.
procrastination. He's got a heavy flow.
Yeah.
He has to wear extra strength pads.
Somebody give me Adderall.
Is that what that's for?
They take Adderall for.
What?
I know nothing about periods.
Oh, what? When were what? What?
He missed that whole thing.
Huh?
I love being able to have bits with this side of the couch and this
Yes,
side
right.
separately.
Dude.
Ample leg devices.
Jeez. What? How did we get here, man? How did we get here? What went
Anyways.
wrong?
And then you throw the art on the ground.
Like this.
Antarctic leg dividers.
That's the last one. You win.
And that's how it ends. That was how that episode ended. But we still have it. I want to display all 3 of the art pieces for set design now that we're using that picture of
I
me.
just noticed his head's in the clouds.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah,
he's so
he's
tall.
In the
so
sky.
But I don't really know where to put them because they don't have like a
Right.
way to stand up by themselves, and I feel like putting
can
them against
get
the wall is like
easels.
too far. I don't want to.
They're
Just
like
keep 2 easels on.
$600
We just have them laying like flat
made of
on
cardboard.
somewhere like on the floor.
Yeah.
That could be good.
I keep it on my face.
ooh.
It's just my face for an episode.
Nah,
Aw.
bad idea.
Like a mask.
what?
cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Remember our
That
Bane
is my
bit?
true identity.
Remember our Bane when we spent like 20 minutes in the caf doing Bane impressions? Do you remember that?
For me, please don't hurt me. I'd be really sad.
adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
Well,
What was that? What was
we're
self-conscious
gonna.
Bane?
I have a good bit that I just forgot completely.
Well, we'll talk about it after the episode because we're running high on time.
Yep.
Baby.
Thanks for watching. I'm
Alright.
Christian Wilcox, joined as
I'm
always by Tanner Kenley.
Tanner Kenley.
And
And
I'm
not
Nessa Brannon.
No, by Noah Ergle.
I'm Noah Ergle.
We're gonna go do Bane impressions for 20 minutes.
This episode's over.